Hello Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 11th to the 17th of October, getting ever so close to your birthday season. We will be doing a special Zoom room energy tarot 2025 reading for Sagittarius. If you want to be part of that and ask questions and have cards pulled on those questions, there will be a link provided over the weekend on this video and in future videos, so you can book up a place in that Zoom meeting. Okay, yes, so without further ado, if you haven't seen the energy update is out there. It will go into, it will go into the sort of elements that we're going to be going into this reading here and seeing how the messages of the energy is affecting your reading. So without further ado, let's just get on into your Astroflower. So here it is here. Let's just see what's going on in the energy that is within you as a new landscape in life. Regardless of whether you're going into a relationship or coming out of a relationship, this doesn't seem to be the important thing that is within you. Although it is important, I understand. What is important here is that you are getting another view of life outside or inside a relationship. So you're seeing the other side of life that you didn't get this view before. And it's like you're looking out in a whole new country. It's like you've taken a plane and you've landed in a place that you don't know anything about. You get off the plane and then all of a sudden, you know, it's like going from, say, like the Arizona desert going off to the Amazon jungle. And it's just a complete change. It's like there's a change of environment that's going on around you at the moment within your relationship side, which is a real eye-opener for you. And I think in a very good way. And it can be quite daunting at times. Yes, I understand. That's another sort of feeling I get out of it. So let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. You're sinking your teeth into that side, into your projects. It could be that you're looking to become, a therapist, or it could be the fact that you could be opening a business or starting a whole new sort of career, or or pushing your business, your existing business, to another level, or taking your career level to another place. You've really got the grit, the bit in your teeth, and you're pushing a very definite sort of direction for you, and that gives you focus, which you're lacking on your relationship side, and this is helping you in a way. Sometimes, the work play ethic in life and getting a fine balance is really good, but sometimes it's good to have it to completely polarize it, so you can expel those sort of go-getter energies within your financial side, so it leaves you that space to breathe on your relationship side of life. So it seems to be really a life of two completely different halves at the moment. Seven of Wands. This pathway is divinely set in place by yourself. You're going after what you want. It's a certain degree of resistance. You're gradually building real confidence within yourself. And as I say, looking out on a whole new view on your relationship side will build a lot of self-esteem, although you may not you may not be able to find your feet exactly on your relationship side, or certainly it's going to build you up a lot of knowledge and a lot of understanding. And she's sat on 6 wands here, and these 6 wands is your own personal success, which is driving that force and that fire within you, that determination, which is absolutely brilliant. It gives you that sort of goal on your financial side of really going after it. On your relationship side, it's that sort of person who is meditating and wait and see sort of scenario within the relationship side, and seeing, observing, and just taking confidence in your new environment. Let's just see what's going on here. On the karmic path here, it seems to be very straight, very solid. It's almost as if it's like a door in a scenery, you know, like in some films, you know, people go through a door and there's a completely different scene look on the other side of the door. And that's what it seems to be like for you at the moment on your karmic path. It's really sort of saying this is the door, this is going from one paradigm to another. On your connection to the universe, that seems to be pretty straight up as well. And you're looking here out, you're looking out at the new landscape, and you're looking for solid connections with few people, not huge amounts. So it's definitely quality rather than quantity in regards to coincidences, synchronicities, and in connections with people. In your past is almost like a cliffy landscape on a coast. There's erosion going on of the past that you just want to get rid of. But there's also this cliff here that is like this resistance against the sea that's stopping it coming into your life as well. And it's a real separation from the past and into your future. And in your future self, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of, I want to discover this. What's that? What's this? What's that? What's this? You know, and it's like, where do I start? In a way, there's a lot of childlike sort of like, yeah, energy that's going through you, which is really, really nice. That's the future self. What's the lesson for this week here? Take your time and take stock of your situation. That's the lesson that you need to do here. And I think it is looking out on this whole new vista. On your karmic path here, yeah, this is a door between one paradigm and another. This is your leap of faith that you have done. It's been, you know, it's there, it's on your karmic path. There's no avoiding it. You're going to go into it. I think it's a good leap of faith for you. You're stepping into a whole new world. And I don't think you know, it's, as I say, it's seeing the other side of the coin that I don't think you've really seen. And that's asking for, you know, a lot of you. Hang on a second. I've just got to pick my cards up. Way too many cards there to take in one thing. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, you know, it's, yeah, you're looking at this this new sort of paradigm that you're going into. It is a new adventure for you, more than anything else. On your karmic, on your connection to the universe, to the people that are around you, and you get the Five of Wands. This could be connected to your past as well, because you're going into a new paradigm. It's you. I think there's a certain struggle to get into this new paradigm. It could be a relationship that you're starting a relationship, and it could be a little bit complicated at the beginning to actually put it into place. Could be difficult for you as a couple. But if you're separating from someone, it could be a difficult separation. And I think here is where you're sort of turning around, sort of saying, do you know what? Actually, I just want to have the best example of myself. I'm just going to strive for the best life I can live and engage in life in a really fulfilling way, as it were. I think that's what's coming through on that side. On your connection to the past, you have the High Priestess. Yeah, I think you've used your intuition, and you can use your past, which will guide your intuition in the future, obviously. As I say, there's this sort of like cliff that's separating the emotions of the past, so you can see the future very clearly. And I think this is where your leap of faith comes into it, where you've got to, you're going into that new relationship, or you've come out of a relationship and you're finally lifting your head and seeing the world for what it is. You've got to treat the moment as it comes, as it were. And this is where you've got to use your intuition rather than looking towards the past. I think you've got to look towards your future. And it does come out this beautiful Justice card, a very good energy for you in your future. It gives you right and reason, I think. This is why I think it's a good leap of faith, regardless of whether you're going into a relationship or coming out of a relationship. Or even if you've come out from a phase of not being with anyone for a long time, and you've come out with this idea kind of going, do you know what? Now I'd like to be with someone. And you're looking at the I don't want to say the dating market, but that's what it's a bit like these days, unfortunately. And sort of saying, where am I going to find someone that really corresponds to me? And the way in which you're going to do that is by engaging in life and doing activities that you enjoy, so then you can meet people who enjoy the same activities as you. Now that's going to make it a lot easier to start a relationship with someone than just a random thing off an app. So I'm much more an advocate for getting out there and doing activities and meeting the people who are in the same sort of vein as you. And it seems like it comes out that way. And here you have, is in the future self, in your lessons for this week here, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this paradigm is ripe. It's ripe for the taking and the understanding. That's what she's gathering learning here. She's gathering understanding through a situation. And there's things that, because you have made choices within you, and you get to this new sort of landscape that you don't quite understand, I don't think, you're learning about it, and you're bringing a lot of things to this new paradigm, to this new relationship, or the sensation of feeling, of separation, of not really being with anyone anymore, or that idea of no longer being on your own and sort of like deciding to get into a relationship. It's all of a sudden you're bringing a lot of sort of benefits to that new sort of world you're stepping into, and you could shine quite brightly because of that. But it's a choice of actually going ahead and just doing it, and engaging with the world that is around you will make for a very beautiful future for you. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. It's like the karmic path is ready. It's getting into rhythm here. It's bringing in rewards, I think, and it's pushing you forward. It's like waves that are just edging you forward, and this is helping to keep the bit between your teeth and focused on your future. And I think you really are focused on not necessarily streamlining, but getting some good results of wherever you're going into. Your connections at the moment, you're not really networking, because I think you've got everything that you need in order to follow a path, a career path, business or project. As I said, being a therapist, or opening up a shop, or that sort of thing. And you've already got things in place, as it were. You don't really need the outside world. You just need to go ahead and do it. And so that's the outside world is actually contributing very much to helping you out on the relationship side. I think that's where you're going to be much more conscious about it, the outside world. And here you should be concentrating on what's going on directly in your world, as it were. On the past self, I think you had a lot of abundance, actually. I think you've understood a lot about, you may have responded to a calling that this is what I should be doing. So you may have done workshops, or you might have done education in order to get the certificates so you can get that job, or got all the business sorted out so you actually started that business. Whatever it is, it's like, it contributes to this abundance that you actually have at your feet, that you at your disposition to create this success in the future. And there's a real mission there seems to be like a goal that you want to obtain, and it could be a lifestyle. It could be finances as well. I want to be earning this amount of money, or I get more though. This is a lifestyle, so I want to be living like this in a place like this, to have this sort of working environment, have this amount of time. It's really defining that, and it could be defining it in regards to contracts, in regards to how you engage negotiation and stuff like that with people that are around you. What's the lessons that come out of this week here? You're the only one who's going to set the limits. And I think it's good to set limits. Maybe not limits. I would say like stepping stones to go across a river. And you need to, if you look at a river and there's quite a few stones to go across a river, you're going to look at it before you cross and kind of say, okay, from that stone to that stone to that stone. Okay, right, nowhere to go now. And this is where, it's for you, it's really understanding those stepping stones that is within you, within your life. So, yeah, it's really pushing into your future. Really pushing into your future. Did we do that? Was that the lesson of the week? I got confused when I just done the lesson of the thing. I'm going to go on. I'm going to pull the cards anyway. So, yeah, let's just see what's going on for that. You're off on a mission. Passionate mission. This is your karmic path. This is the rhythm that's in this, the music that's in this. It's the spontaneity of the mission as well, and getting your passions really, really going with you, driving you, or encouraging you to head towards your future. From your connection to the universe, as I said, I think you've got everything. I think you've got the Hierophant here. This is why I think the rewards out of it is much more spiritual than anything else. Because these steps. This is a very spiritual person here. The steps in order to get you to your goals. In a very religious sort of sense about it all. And you should be applying that in your life so you get this ultimate fulfillment with it all. And in the past of your life, you get the King of Swords. Brilliant card, really, for your past here. As I said, judgment has been made, clear vision has been given, wisdom is applied, so you might have learned things and etc. And it's playing into this whole sort of like scenario of pushing you to a direction that is good for you. And as I say, maybe starting up as a new business and so forth. But whatever it is, you've got everything at your feet that you possibly need. And in your future self, yeah, it's just a case of going ahead and doing it. It's getting involved. You get the Two of Wands there. It's applying the plan for your future. And when you apply it, you're going to get you're going to get a good results. And there might be a bit of traveling involved and moving house and stuff like that, but that's fine with you. And you're really up for getting it. And the message that comes out of this week here is, you are the, that was it. You're the only one that sets limits. There you go. And your limit should be pure happiness. It's going to shine as well a light on you. And that's where that sun's coming from. Look, that's your overall energy. She's got that sun on the solar plexus. And this is like on your financial side, it's sort of saying, learning how to, once you start applying the plan for your future, that's when you can allow your sun to shine, your happiness to shine in your life. Let's just bring up the sun and the energies and see what elements are being pushed in your flower. So this is the sun over the last week. You can see these two corona holes, quite small, but going out. That was the slight return of the earth energies. But look what's coming up behind them. Really big corona holes. They would have gone through by now, but we do have other ones appearing as well. And that corona hole energy is pushing these sunspots more and more towards the equator. So we're coming to the end of the height of solar cycle 2025. I think there's a little bit of a crack within the tail, as it were, a whip within the tail. So over the next sort of like 3 weeks, I still think we've got some great possibilities of X-flares coming in our direction. But at the moment, it hasn't really been like that. It's all been about the earth energy. And as the air energy is very prevalent within the energy of the earth at the moment, those are the two main elements that we will be looking at. There is another aspect. There is two more aspects that we need to look at. The first one is the water energy, the filament energy. And there is a lot of filaments within the sun at the moment because we're going into that. And we're going to be in filament energy a lot more over the next year and a half, 2 years. There's going to be a lot more sort of filament energies. But this time round, and at the moment, as I said, there has been flares going off on the sun, even X-flares. And there's even been an X-flare that was directed totally at the Earth, but it sent nothing whatsoever out. There was no interaction between the Earth and that solar flare at all, really. Very minimum, wouldn't really notice it. So it's really holding back on that fire. But it is producing fire through the filament energies as well, which is a passion that is driving the emotional sort of side. So let's just have a look here. We've got one we've got one sunspot here, another sunspot just coming through that will be facing us very shortly, and we've got this major one here as well. And these seem to be connected through the filament energies. It feeds one to the other. So as we get this eruption, as you can well see there, did you just see it there? The fire, rather than going out of the sun, is actually being redistributed through the filament energies and redirected back into the sun. So this is creating that fire and that water energy. You can see it just down here. You'll see it erupt in a minute, and this filament of energy will have a lot of fire line go right through it. So this is the underlining energy, is this emotionally charged energy, water energy. So that's the thing that's going to be sculpting it more than anything. The primary energies are air and earth, but let's look at also as well the water and fire connection. So here is your Astroflower here. And as you can see in the middle of you, there's no fire. So it's all on the outside. It's all about how you integrate the new vision of your relationship side, how you allow your passions to drive your emotions on that side there. The only way it's doing that is really on this section here, from this water that's coming through on your relationship side. And even then, you get water and air a lot. With every single petal at the base is water and air, apart from this one, which is water and earth. But the rest of them are water and air. So it's up to you to bring these emotions to the surface and apply your passions within it. That's the water fire scenario. We do have a water fire scenario going on over here as well, which is giving you that sort of direction for your future, sinking your teeth into the possibilities of life. So using that 10 of wands. So, so 10 of wands is accumulation of things. And this is where I think you can actually, start putting a lot of things in a lot of different areas. This, as I said earlier on, it's like it's opening a lot of doors for you to investigate. And this is where you've been accumulating it for a long time, and now you need to start using those wands and applying those fires and giving you a real direction, because it's that cardinal, that fixed water that comes into you. So it gives you a fixed vision of where you should be going and what you should be doing. So I want to have a look at those connections there, this connection down here between the water and your fire, down in this connection here with the connection with the universe, and this section here. But also at the same time, we should see this air and where is it? It's here. Sorry, air and earth scenario going in. The earth coming in from Capricorn and the air coming in from Libra. So I'm going to be pulling on there, on that section there, how you engage between the lessons and the future on your financial side, and how you engage in the universe or the coincidences and the synchronicities of the world around you on your relationship side, but also looking at this connecting thing between your karmic path and the greater plan for your future. So let's just bring up your cards. Here we go here. Let's start on the relationship side here, because that's where we seem to be getting the majority of it more than anything. The less of it, because it's just so open to a whole new vision. You get the 5 of wands, and with that you get the magician card. Yeah, I think you can start manifesting what you so desire. I think this is a whole fresh new landscape for you that actually provides a lot of scope to explore life. And as you do, look at that, you get the 4 of wands with it as well, which is all about healing, rest. I think you've been for a turbulent time, and it could well be a turbulent time of meeting someone who you really love. As I said, it's either going into or going out of a relationship, or coming out of solitude and saying, right, now I want to get into a relationship. You can start manifesting, and the more you start manifesting and exploring, the more the more you get the control over the situation, or you can create things, because it's all new for you. You've got to experiment and explore, I think, more than anything else on your relationship side. Let's just have a look what's going on that sort of financial side. See what's happening there. Let's see what the connection is between the lessons of the week and the future self. You get the Seven of Cups. Basically, if it feels right for you, follow it. That happiness that comes through you, that evident course that you should be taking, that you're driving upon, and then playing into the plan, creating the plan, putting the plan into action, has got to feel ultimately right for you. Yeah, and it will bring you happiness after difficulty with the Ten of Cups there. It's gonna bring you a lot of happiness by concentrating on that side there. And the reason it's going to bring you happiness is because it's allowing you to be a little bit more open on your relationship side and start exploring and understanding that sort of side there. Really importantly, let's just see what's going on this section down here on the on your connection to the universe, the connection to the synchronicities. You get the Ace of Wands. This is a golden opportunity. It plays in with this here. It's a golden opportunity that I think here is, this opportunity is going to bring you a lot of happiness, but it's because you know the steps you need to take in order to get to that star, that happiness there, is through a new invigoration in your engagement in the world around you in a very, very beautiful way. That makes you drive into something that's whole new and possible for you. Okay, let's just see as well about this connection that's coming into here. Lovers. It's falling in love with your karmic path, with your destination. It's absolutely brilliant for you, sort of Sagittarius. With the Four of Pentacles, I think it's very serious. I don't think it's a flash in the pan sort of scenario. I think here is also your understanding that how you put your time, money and effort into things. This is where the limits of your destination, your limits of your possibilities, only you who's going to decide. There you go, Sagittarius. Thanking you very much for being with us. Really do appreciate your support. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Also, at the same time, don't forget about the Zoom Room Energy Tarot 2025. There will be a link some point in this description of this video, and then you'll be able to book onto that. I'll see you on the energy update, whatever it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.